Just do something to tell you who I am, you know?
Alright, next in video number 2 in the series on the healthy benefits of sugar. We talked about the poison is in the dose last video. Today, rule number 2. You are full of sugar. You are full of the sweet stuff. It kind of drives me crazy when people are like, oh, it's this horrible, terrible thing. It's like, you do know that your body is saturated with this sugar. You actually have 4 main sites in which you can store and you hold sugar. Site number 1, your liver, is stored as glycogen. Site number 2, your muscle. And, you know, look at an anatomy diagram. There's a lot of muscle on you. It covers you from head to toe. So where there's muscle, there is sugar. Site number 3 is your blood. And that's the most important thing that you really got to consider, because your blood sugar levels are essentially what are keeping you alive. As bad as we make sugar sound these days, you actually need it to in very specific levels in your body in order to survive. This is why diabetes is such a problem, is because it messes with that blood sugar level. When it goes too high, you've got problems and you're hyperglycemic. When it goes too low, you still have problems, you're hypoglycemic. It's all about maintaining that balance. So even though we're like, sugar's terrible, it's horrible, whatever, if you don't have it in decent levels in your body, you die. And the reason for this is because sugar is the only fuel source you can run off of. It is the only thing that you can survive on. You can't burn anything but sugar. Now I know people are like, well, calories. Yes, sugar is the most pure, refined source that we can use for calories. If we burn fat, if we burn muscle and all that, it does so by converting it down into sugar. It all ends up being sugar in the first place. And I know a lot of times in dietary books, people will say things like, oh, if you eat this food, it just turns to sugar. If you do this, it just turns to sugar. This just turns it as a scare tactic. But that's how it's supposed to be happening. And if it doesn't happen, you're dead. Because sugar is wonderful. It is our fuel. It is the thing that we use and burn to survive. Our Krebs cycle, which is how we, ATP and everything, the term is escaping me. We don't make ATP, we resynthesize it. We can't do that without sugar. You run out of sugar, you run out of the ability to resynthesize ATP, and curtains for you. So you are full of sugar, which is a good thing, and we're going to be talking about what this also leads into in the next video. Be fit, live free.